So hello everyone and welcome to Common Man Linux, and I welcome everyone on my new video. First of all, sorry for not making any video for like so long because I was engaged in so many things. I had my schedule was very hectic, so I was not able to upload any video. But now I have got a little bit of time. So today, as your beloved operating system, my beloved operating system, Linux Mint, which is also one of the most famous operating system, has got a new update, has got a new features. Like many people are very excited about, and I was also very excited about to try this. I'm very happy and very curious to tell you about the new features. So the Linux Mint 22.3 is actually codenamed Xena. Okay, Zena. And yes, a lot of people have, like the 9 to 5 minutes has also published that it is now available for download, and the Linux Mint 22.2 Xena is now officially released, and that is why now I am making this video. So Linux Mint 22.3, you all know it will be supported till 2029, and it's like the basic first line. It is a point release, but it is a very significant release, which with pretty much good changes, which actually people want, are there in this version. So the first and very important thing, very important for any newcomer. So it's very good that Linux Mint always adds feature which helps newcomers. So that's the speciality of Linux, and that's why I love Linux Mint. And they always stick to the open source philosophy, and always they listen to the users, and are not backed by any corporate, and that's the very good thing. So the first thing is troubleshooting tools. So it was very important to, like, if people ran into some problem, how are the people going to fix their problem? How are, if they need some hardware information to fix the problem, how are they going to retrieve that information? So earlier, all the information we have to retrieve from the terminal, and it was very it was difficult for new users to retrieve the hardware information from terminal, and sometimes people didn't remember the command and all that. That is why it's very like essential that now what Linux Mint has added that, and they say that despite our best efforts, things don't always work out of the box, and like people have problems. So when troubleshooting issues and finding solution, it is not enough to find people who can help, and that's why you also need to provide the information they need to understand the problem and recommend the right solution. So that is why now Linux Mint has added feature to find the cause, precisely identify a device, component and driver which is used, and finding out what to do, applying the recommended solution. So they have made it easier with the new system reports tool. So what this system reports tool does is that it now shows your system information, USB, GPU, PCI, BIOS, system reports, crash reports, and everything. So first I will show you this system reports tool. So now it has been under system information. Now you see, I will make it a little bit bigger. And yes, so the system information tool, now Linux Mint has added, and here you have the computer name, operating system name, and now everything like your what you are using, Apple MacBook Air, or what you are using, like ThinkPad, then all the information will be there. Operating system, as you can see, I am using NMD7, and do you know, luckily, I don't know how, but Linux Mint team, the official Linux Mint team, released this update, Cinnamon 6.6 update, to NMD users first, earlier than the main Linux Mint. Rather than usually they release the Cinnamon, the features late. After the features arrive in main Linux Mint, then they are ported to LMD. But this time Linux Mint took a different approach, and I got all these updates before the official Linux Mint users, the Ubuntu based Linux Mint users get. I am very happy that using Debian based Linux Mint I get features early. I don't know if in future also I will get this features early, but this time all the Cinnamon 6.6 features were released very early for MMDE. So then Linux kernel, the Debian kernel I have, and then processor, graphics, all the information you have, display server X11, this is the one of the biggest power of Linux Mint, that they are still like the users who still want X11 have that on Linux Mint. The Wayland is not forced on Linux Mint. That's also one of its biggest power. And now USB devices also are available, like what all things are connected, like my Bluetooth, my keyboard, and my memory card reader, and all its speed and how much power they are consuming. This much detailed information is not even available on the Ubuntu, the GNOME based Ubuntu. This clearly. So Linux Mint has, like, I appreciate, I just love that Linux Mint has added these features to know your hardware and where if some problem is there, or everything, all things are transparently shown to you now. It's very good, and this is the best feature which I have loved on this release. And then GPU in HD graphics 6000, so I have Intel MacBook Air 2017, so I have that's why I was able to actually run Linux Mint on MacBook. And then PCI and all, like PCI means all the hardware you have, like the processor, and then face HD webcam camera, Wi-Fi, everything is shown here, and the BIOS, the Apple BIOS and Lenovo, Asus, all your BIOS will be shown here, and then secure boot status. And I have already told you that it is best to use Linux Mint with secure boot disabled. So disable secure boot before you use Linux Mint. It is good. And if you want, you can use with secure boot, but disabling is better. And then everything, crash report, system reports, and everything is now perfectly working. So let's quickly go ahead. And now the USB and GPU, I showed you everything, BIOS and the system administrator. So the second thing is system administrator. So this is a tool which is like added. So if you want to make changes to your boot menu, you want to hide or show the boot menu, you want to make some boot parameters, and all that is now very easy to do. And actually this was very essential for me, because when I installed LMD, I had the boot menu always showing, and I wanted to hide it, but I had to do some like manual tweaks to hide it. It's very convenient for me also now that I can now graphically with the official Linux Mint tools, I can hide boot menu and all that. So this is also very good feature I love, and all the features which Linux Mint add are always, like, most of the time it's good feature, and I love it. That is why I love Linux Mint. And then now X app symbolic icons. So this symbolic icons were added to Linux Mint because the GNOME stopped supporting some icons. So this symbolic icons were now added, that you should not get any problem in any of the icons. So this is also, and because GNOME removed these icons for X11, that's why now Linux Mint themselves added this. So it's good. It's the best thing that Linux Mint has its own desktop environment, Cinnamon, where they can add everything. They if GNOME did some changes, it is not affected. The Linux Mint is not affected by it. So where you see this symbolic icons, so on the file manager, after the update on LMD, I got this symbolic icons on the file manager. As you can see, music, pictures, videos, all of this now have the new symbolic icons. Okay, so this was also very good. These are all X app icons, and specially designed for X11. That's the great thing, that someone is still designing things for X11 display server. That's the thing I love. And it's always rock stable, Linux Mint. And then Cinnamon 6.6, and it improved keyboard layout and IM and all that. Now you get better keyboard layouts, new keyboard is there, like for touchscreen devices. A new on-screen keyboard was there, which looks good. Yeah. So now next, the main thing, the one of the biggest thing in this release. Here also you can see the new menu, and as soon as I on my MMD click the Linux Mint button, and here now I have my profile photo, and I love that now I have my profile photo on the Linux Mint menu. That is one of the best thing I found here. And then accessories, Chrome, and here actually there were symbolic icons the same way they are in the file manager, but I did not like the symbolic icons being, so I just went and in configure, in appearance, if you turn on use symbolic icons, you will get these symbolic icons. See, like this are the symbolic icons, and I like to keep it off, so it looks colorful, because symbolic icons don't have colors. So here in menu I need colors, so it's working. Otherwise everything is very good. And the best thing is, it's really essential feature they have added, that now I can access my my documents and whatever my pinned apps, and my if I go to the desktop folder, it opens the memo file manager, everything I have, and downloads folder, I click, it will, it's the shortest way, it's the quickest way to access. Now they have added this, so now the Linux Mint menu, I can say, is very, very functional and very, very good and beautiful. And yeah, it's very customizable, as you can see here. In the white theme, they are showing all the customizations, and here, if I click on the configurations, I have all the customizations. If you want to add home directory or whatever folders, you can add. Okay, and colorful icons, and you can customize the icons however you want. You can remove the profile photo if you want. You can with the same the configure button, you can do everything. Here everything you can do graphically. Yeah, and then Nemo 6.6 features, template manager they have added in Nemo. And one more very essential feature, then, that while you copy some files from let's say your hard disk to pen drive, you copy some files to pen drive, and you get the ability to play and pause your transfer. If you want, you can have some time and then pause it, do some other work, then again start this copying. So it's like very nice features. It helps your files from files getting corrupt or damaged. Very essential feature, this play and pause and resume of copying and pasting. And other improvement, these are very small improvement, that it now shows a notification badge and in your Windows list, and now you have workspace switcher applet was improved, and now notification badge you have. So whenever I get some notification, I will see notification badge here. And then a new configuration tool was implemented to support Thunderbird. If you have a Thunderbird device, you can manage that also very easily. And XApp improvements, Warpinator, I showed you that it's the best file transfer app for Linux Mint. So it's like that is also improved. And really, when I used Warpinator, when I used Warpinator for my work, it transferred files very fast. Like, I almost saw that my files were getting transferred as fast as AirDrop. Like, it was competing with AirDrop, that much fast Linux Mint transfers. You just need the Warpinator app on your Android. iOS, yeah, iOS also it is available. So in Android or iOS, you need the Warpinator app installed from the Play Store and App Store, and your files, big files like 4 GB, 5 GB, 10 GB, will get transferred very quickly. So XApps, improving XApps is very important. And then other small improvements we have, that solutions, and these are some tools. The update manager system tray icon shows a icon of restart. So like if you open the update manager, it will now show here that okay, you need to restart, and from there itself you can restart. So and you should also keep your system up to date if you are using Linux Mint. You have a graphical update manager, and that's the power of Linux Mint, that it gives you everything graphic. So yeah, that's all. And the Linux Mint 22.3 has Linux kernel 6.14, which I don't have because I use NMDE, the Debian version. That's why, and I love the Debian version. It is keeping all my computers very cool and very functional. And still, I would say if you have a fairly older type computer, like you have just bought 2 years ago or like 3-4 years, for that NMD is good. NMD is best. If you have very new hardware, then you can go with the official Linux Mint. Otherwise, use NMD. It will increase the life of your system. So that was all about the this Linux Mint 22.3 version, and I hope you liked my video. And I will stop here. I will not make the video too long, and I will now try to be consistent. I will try to make more videos on this channel, and as you know, I am also a student, so I do as like my exams or other work. I try to do as much as Linux awareness as much as I can. Have you noticed that now I have started using Brave browser, and Brave browser is now very earlier I was a little skeptical about Brave browser, that is it better, but now the Brave browser is actually more private than Google Chrome. Now Brave browser has their own search engine, the Brave search, so it's not Google search. So now Brave browser is completely independent. It's more private. It's better to use Brave rather than using Google Chrome. And still I have Google Chrome here, so I prefer Brave. I also have Firefox. I have not deleted Firefox. I will still use Firefox. Very nice. I have made my own image on the wallpaper. It is about a forest. It was a wildlife sanctuary. It's like very nice, and this is my own Linux system. Nobody's tracking my system. That's I'm very like happy about that. That the Microsoft is not every single time the Microsoft is not sending any the data to their servers, or they are not giving me any ads, no notification, and using Linux is the best. So okay, so use Linux. And now the Linux Mint 22.3 update has came, so please upgrade to that version, and I will see you in the next video. Till then, goodbye.